In today's video, we're going to be talking about what to invest in, our last minute investments, a trading plan heading into Ones to Watch Team 2 tomorrow. Last time round, we saw the market completely crumble with supply and panic and all that good stuff. So this time around, we're going to kind of prepare because last time we saw a lot of cards that dipped but made for great buying opportunities. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys what cards to kind of look for to pick up and should do very well afterwards. If you guys do enjoy today's video, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button down below, and without further ado, let's get into it. So guys, currently as of me recording this video, we are seeing the market actually kind of dump down. A lot of this is just the lower tier cards, which I think is going to continue to happen. Even with the new promo dropping as well, I think a lot of these low tier cards, low rated cards, as well as just, high rated fodder is going to continue to drop down because there's just no demand for this stuff anymore. It is a little shocking, I won't lie, seeing Timo and Haaland be so low right now is a little weird, and unfortunately there's just no demand. I don't see these cards really recovering. Now I do think this is actually going to continue to happen when Ones to Watch Team 2 does drop. And I would just personally, I would just stay away. The only cards you really want to be picking up right now are metas and icons and heroes and stuff like that. So what's going to be happening when the actual, promo drops? We are likely going to see the promo packs come back in the store. We saw, I think it was like the 25Ks and maybe something else. No lightning rounds. We likely won't get any lightning rounds anyways until much later on in the game cycle. But what we're going to end up seeing actually, again, is those promo packs come in, and you will see some panic and some dips coming in right when the promo drops. Now, it won't be as severe as last week because last week obviously was the full launch of the game, and a lot of people were opening their, beginner packs, packing, their CR7s. No. This time around, it's going to be the same kind of thing. A lot of low-rated cards are going to get murdered in price just because these packs give out crap anyways. But what we actually did end up seeing last time around, and we went over it in this week's earlier video on Ones to Watch Team 2, we saw a lot of panic on cards that didn't need to get, panicked on. And if you see these cards that are A, out of packs, and B, being panic sold, it's probably a good indicator for you guys to pick these cards up because there's no need for them to go down. So Mo Salah, we went over it in last video, but he was a card that actually dipped down during the kind of crash. And as you guys could see here in the lead up, he was going down, and Friday and the Saturday, he dropped down like, a decent amount. He's 550 on PS and ended up, on Friday being 500, and he's actually much lower in that afternoon. And as you can see, he's back up to like 570 now on PlayStation. On Xbox, he was actually up to like 520 earlier this week too. And I expect to see that same kind of trend happen. I think if we're going to see panic, look for cards like Salah that are out of packs. You guys could have done any of Team of the Week 1, and obviously Team of the Week 2 is now viable because those cards are all out of packs. There's no need for them to be, kind of panic sold. And the same kind of goes with these higher cards like Cristiano Ronaldo, for example. Because not many people are going to be really packing these guys early on, especially because we don't have any insane packs. So unfortunately with Ronaldo though, we didn't really see too much of a price rise on his card. Really nothing too much. This is more of like a buy at your own risk. Now if he was actually being supplied this weekend, which he will be this weekend because he's in Ones to Watch Team 1, he will probably go down a little bit with pack supply. But I don't see these cards moving around too much. I wouldn't really panic. Now, of course, these cards over time are going to continue to go down. I do think CR7 will eventually be like 1.3 mil on PlayStation in a few weeks' time, and that's just due to a natural thing. But again, if you do see some panic on this card, which, probably will happen, you will see a bit of an overreaction this weekend on Ronaldo because he'll be back in packs for the first time. Whereas Messi, for example, Messi would be a good one because he's going to be in Ones to Watch Team 2, and most likely he is not, not most likely, he's not going to be in packs this weekend. But what will happen is he'll probably see a little bit of panic, and we saw it last weekend. We saw Messi go down to about, 840 on PlayStation, 700K on Xbox. And he's back up to, 890 on PlayStation. He's up to, 690, 700K on Xbox. Xbox, he didn't really move too much. But like Messi would be a good one for you PlayStation guys to keep an eye on because he probably will dip and there's just no need for it. He won't be in packs. Now again, we can go through a few of the Team of the Week cards that will end up seeing some panic. I wasn't really a huge fan of Team of the Week 2. I don't really like any of these cards that much. Benzema, he's mostly just fodder. Jesus is, you know, he's expensive for a right winger who's really not the greatest. I mean, in game he's really, really good, but I don't know. But if you do see a little bit of panic on these cards, you know, it might be a good idea to pick him up. I mean, taking a look at Jesus, he's really the only one I would watch over this weekend, and it's just because he's the only really meta card. And as you can see, he actually, you know, he did do well, you know, following his supply coming in. So yeah, I mean, if you see Jesus drop down a decent amount, it might not be a bad shout to pick him up. If you do see some panic, I mean, eventually this card will be very rare. He is out of position and stuff. But just keep an eye on him. And again, Team of the Week 1, the same kind of cards we were looking at last weekend. You know, the supply on these cards is slowly, you know, fading away. You know, Sar, Tony, Salah, there's no supply coming in on these guys. So it might not be a bad shout if you see some panic to pick them up. Realistically, I'd really keep my eye on, you know, Mo Salah and Kimmich, you know, these meta cards, even Vinicius actually. He wouldn't be a bad shout too to keep an eye on. And finally, we can look at heroes, because heroes are very interesting. They're just like icons, and we'll kind of group them together. These cards are amazing, guys, to trade with during the panic, because let's be real, no one even packs these guys usually out of 100k packs, let alone, you know, 25k packs. So looking at some of these cards, if you see panic during the weekend, or you see people undercutting during that Friday period where the promo packs are out, which you will see, it happens to icons every single week, pick these cards up and sell on Friday night. A lot of the really low-key ones like Al-Jabbar and some of these lower rated ones, they are moving a lot in price. I mean, take a look at his price. I mean, this guy is hard to link into teams, but he went from like, he's gone an insane like rise on Xbox, and even on PS he's gone up a decent amount too. So I would definitely keep my eye on a few of these cards. There's nothing special about this guy, but you know, he's just a little bit too low. So if you see some of these prices come down, definitely take a look at some of them, especially the ones that are under like 200k, because they are still, you know, fairly decent. I mean, even with hard links like a Clint Dempsey or him, you know, they will end up rising up in price. And if you guys can find dips on some of the good ones that have good links, I mean, you guys can make some serious coins. Now I want to actually turn our attention over to ones to watch Team 1, because if we do see the market dip down, we might actually see a little bit of panic on these cards, and they're out of packs now. Some cards that I really still like as pickups, again, Saul, Burgess, Malin, Locatelli. If you guys can get these cards closer to discard, I think that's a huge dub, honestly, because these cards are going to upgrade very nicely. I mean, Locatelli already has an upgrade. He's up to, you know, he's 11k. He's discard price. This guy, again, he'll go up to, I believe, an 84, and he'll be usable, but, like, you know, he's discard price. So these ones are very safe. I do like Grealish, too. I actually have Grealish in my team. I got him untradeable. And Grealish interests me because the PS price is actually very low on him. Usually when the PS price is low and the Xbox price is not, the PS price usually comes to meet that Xbox price, and the Xbox price is 35k, not 31k. So just kind of keep an eye out for that, because I do think there's actually tons of profit to be made on some of these cards, because once the supply is cut off of them, you know, they're gonna go up as people will continue to buy and trade them and stuff like that. And even Dumfries at discard, I think that's a good one too. Especially as these teams get closer and closer to their upgrades, you know, picking a few of these discard, like one of him, one of Locatelli, one of Dumfries, cards who are obviously eventually going to get their wins upgraded, those are going to be really good shouts. So guys, kind of just to wrap it up, summarize it up, you guys definitely want to look at cards that are out of packs or not going to get supplied a lot, or, you know, any cards that you see getting panic sold, those are going to be the good shouts. As I said, kind of stick to those out-of-pack Team of the Week cards from Team of the Week 1 and 2. Icons and Heroes are going to be great pickups as well. You want to buy all of this, you know, during that panic period right at 6 p.m. UK. 6 to 7 or 8 p.m. UK will probably be an ideal time to buy, and just sell overnight or sell on Saturday. You know, you'll likely see those prices go up eventually. Especially on all those ones that are out of packs. And even if you do see a little overreaction on like CR7 or something that's in packs, you know, you'll probably make some decent profit on that. As far as investing beforehand, guys, I say avoid, because right now as I'm recording, the market is still getting killed. You know, rival rewards are going to be out too today, earlier, probably, you know, way before this video is even out. But likely the market's going to, you know, kind of just stay flat. I don't see a rise really coming in. Despite us seeing a FUT Champs weekend, it's not going to push any fodder cards up, and I don't really recommend any of you guys I don't recommend any of you guys invest in fodder heading into this promo. We don't have SBCs coming out that people are going to actually want to do. So just stay away. And even today we got, or was it yesterday? Whatever day it was that we got that Pedro SBC. I mean, he wasn't great. He wasn't super appealing. So like, you know, the flashbacks and stuff, I mean, and even these ones to watch ones, there's nothing special out yet. So I just don't expect to see much demand for fodder. And like I said, the only thing that's really going to push fodder, and I said it multiple times in previous videos, only thing that's going to push fodder up hardcore is going to be icon SBCs, and we're not getting those right away or anytime soon for that, you know, being. But as I did say, if you guys want to invest in fodder, pick up during Friday or something, buy like one of each of the high rated, like 86, 87, 88 rated, store them in your club, save them, and you guys will make, you know, 100, 200K, you know, in total if you pick them up. Pick like, you know, the ones that are low up, because eventually they're going to go up. There's no time frame to really say it. But yeah guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you guys drop a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Again, thank you guys for the support recently. It is much appreciated. You guys are all amazing. So thank you. And until next time, peace.